Movie story recaps here. The movie starts with two men sitting in a space rocket and they look like they are astronauts. They have been traveling in space for a long time and this was the moment when they were gonna land on the Earth. They were having a moment of joy when something hit their spaceship. We still don't know what that is. They are scared and we know something was trying to get into their spaceship, and that is because the alarms were set automatically on because of the impact that the ship received after the hit. The spaceship starts to descend at a very fast rate, and when a cabin of the ship lands, we see that there is no one around in that place. A man on a horse passing from there sees the cabin and comes there in order to help, but he sees that the astronaut is already dead. His body was not really in a condition to be looked at. Another man comes out of the spaceship at that very moment and was alive, but he also was in critical condition. He was on the verge of death, and when we came to know that the astronauts couldn't land the spaceship because it couldn't take the hit and they crashed. In the next scene, we see a psychiatrist. Her name is Tatiana. She is very good at what she does, and we see another person looking at her from the window. He was an ex-soldier. He was observing Tatiana, and when she gets free, he asks her to take a look at some other matter as well, and tell them if she finds anything in the case of her interest, she could leave the case later. He also says that he will pay for it, on which Tatiana agrees to see that patient. Tatiana goes with him to see that patient, and here we get to know that they were talking about the same accident which we saw at the beginning of the movie. The astronaut who escaped was named Konstantin. Tatiana was bought for Konstantin's treatment. The soldier who had bought Tatiana here had told her that Konstantin has a normal brain problem. Tatiana suspects that this isn't as simple as it appears to be, but there is something else that is significant. After that, Tatiana was taken to the observation room, and she sees that Konstantin was kept in a room where there was also a doctor who was talking to him. He was trying to hypnotize him, but it had no effect on Konstantin. Tatiana afterward moves in and talks to Konstantin frankly as she already knows him. She offers him tea and asks him what had happened to him on that day. He says that all he could remember now is that the spaceship landed, and after that, he does know what happened. Konstantin gives a number to Tatiana and tells her that it was his mother's number, and asks her to tell his mother that he was completely fine. Tatiana comes out and tells the soldier that Konstantin was completely normal. When later at night Tatiana was going to bed to sleep, and someone knocks at her door, it was him. He takes her to the observation room again. After going to the room, she notices a lot of things were going on. But before she could ask anyone about the situation, she sees Konstantin on the screen. She sees that he was in pain and that his condition was getting worse. He was changing and suddenly blood starts to come out of his mouth. A strange creature emerges out of his mouth. When the creature came out of Konstantin, he fainted. The soldier asks Tatiana to go into the room. She was very scared, but still, she goes inside. At first, the creature was looking at Tatiana very calmly, but suddenly, it attacks Tatiana, but the glass wall between them saves her. This scares everything out of her. The soldier looks at her as if he already knew that he had to show Tatiana her patient in this condition. This was why they had kept Konstantin like this. Furthermore, he tells her that this creature lives inside Konstantin, and now it was her duty to separate that creature from Konstantin, as she had already taken the case. For that she needed all of the documents and information about the incident, which she gets on the same night. After checking all of the information, Tatiana gets to know that the creature lives in the stomach of Konstantin, and while it is inside Konstantin it is 30 centimeters long, but whenever it comes out it becomes half a meter. She then observes the time, and gets to know the creature comes out of Konstantin from 2:40 to 3:10. It moves in again after 3:10, and during this Konstantin faints. He also doesn't know that a creature is living inside him. Tatiana also gets to know that, when Konstantin was separated from the creature, he had gotten very sick, and when the creature went inside him again, he was fine. Tatiana goes to Konstantin and tells him that people are calling him insane. What's up with him? She also says that people believe that you have killed your partner. Konstantin gets furious after hearing this, and this was what Tatiana wanted. She had told the soldier that when Konstantin would get angry, they will take his tests. Later, from which they could find what that creature eats. Tatiana asks the soldier to let Konstantin live a normal life in the daytime. This way this condition will also get better, and it will be easy for them to examine him. Tatiana leaves after this. Then Konstantin was taken to a normal room with a bed and a TV in the room. When Konstantin turns on the TV, he sees that on all of the news it was said that both of the astronauts were kept in the rehab center. He again gets furious after seeing this, but suddenly, he hears someone walking, so he turns off the TV, and Tatiana walks in. She apologizes to him because she was interfering in his personal life. Konstantin says that his wife died, and he himself was stuck and could not take care of his children. When at night, the creature comes out of Konstantin, Tatiana gives it a toy which was also Konstantin's favorite toy when he was little. The creature gets attracted to the toy and likes it. This time, Tatiana herself asks to go inside, so she wears a safety suit. She also had that toy. The creature gets attracted to it again like it was also his favorite toy. When Tatiana was about to touch the creature, she slips and falls down, getting the attention of the creature. It attacks Tatiana and injures her. She passes out due to the intensity of the injury. When soldiers see this, they turn on the light, which makes the creature's attention diverted again, getting the chance to take Tatiana out of the room. When Tatiana comes back to her senses, she tells the soldier that the creature not only lives inside Konstantin, but also feels exactly the same way as Konstantin. Here Tatiana says that they should take Konstantin to Moscow, but the soldier refuses and tells her that the creature was increasing in size day by day, and taking him like this to Moscow is dangerous. It's possible that the size of the creature increases, and it would a threat to the whole human society. Tatiana could not leave Konstantin like this in pain, so she investigates more. She finds something missing, so she talks about this to the doctor. But the doctor does not tell Tatiana anything, because he himself wanted to handle this case, to get the Nobel Prize, but Tatiana tells him that she won't take any of his credit. The doctor afterward takes Tatiana to a restricted area, and gives her binoculars too, and asks her to see in front. She sees that there was a cage. She notices that a man was sent inside the cage with his hands tied. After some time the creature comes there, and separates the head of the man from his body. Tatiana pukes after seeing such a thing. She asks for everything from the doctor, and the doctor tells her all of the truth. He tells him that when they found Konstantin, they tried several treatments on him, but none of them worked. One day that creature killed one of the nurses, after which Konstantin's health also started getting better. They tried giving the creature many things to eat, but none worked, and now every night, another being becomes that creature's prey. The next day, Tatiana takes Konstantin out for a morning walk, and tells him the truth. This had no effect on him. He says that we will meet at night, do come. When she goes to meet him, he has not taken this medicine. He takes her to a room where we can understand that Konstantin already knew all about that creature. This makes Tatiana furious, and she gets angry at Konstantin, saying that he knew everything about this, and still he lets a human die for himself daily. Then they get apprehended. Now soldier was going to explain everything to Tatiana from a closer look, where the creature was slowly coming to a man. When it was about to attack the man, Tatiana comes in between. The creature tries to scare her, but she does not get scared, and instead starts to sing one of Konstantin's favorite song. This makes the creature lose his senses and starts to become weak. The man tries to run beside it, so the creature attacks him and kills him. Here it gets confirmed that Konstantin was controlling the creature. Tatiana goes to meet Konstantin and tells him that they were going to run, including him, and later in some distance, with the help of a chemical, she will try to take that creature out of him. She tells him that she will force that creature to come out, and whenever it will come out, they will leave from there. And when that creature will not find anyone's body to live in and will be in the sunlight for an hour, it will die eventually. And during this, they will go to the hospital. Tatiana was doing all this because she and Konstantin had started to like each other. After that, both of them run out from there. On the other hand, the doctor had also told everything to the soldier, all about the illegal experiment. The soldier was watching all this from CCTV cameras, so he sent guards to kill Tatiana, but he wanted Konstantin alive. All of the guards surround them. Konstantin on the purpose injects himself an injection that makes the creature come out, and the creature starts to kill all of them. During all this, Konstantin and Tatiana run out. But after going only a little far, Konstantin's health starts to get worse, as on the other side the creature was getting fired. The creature was already very weak when the soldier catches it easily and puts it in a cage. He then follows Tatiana. Here Tatiana also gives up that she had understood that Konstantin cannot live without that creature. The soldier was about to kill Tatiana, which makes Konstantin angry. His anger makes the creature strong again, and the creature kills the soldier brutally. The creature wanted to kill Tatiana, but couldn't do it again, and went back to Konstantin's body. Konstantin had also accepted that he could not live without that creature, but could not also live with it, so he shoots himself. In the last scene, we can see that Tatiana had adopted Konstantin's son. They both live happily. His son takes Tatiana as his mother, and the movie concludes here.